Bill's got all the wipers, washer button, and what was the other one you got there?
Electric parking brake.
Electric parking brake. Pretty trick. All the conveniences,
Now
eh,
get
Bill?
the dash back and then we can do the stairs.
The 55 Chev pickup, it's got a 502 in it. We did paint on that one. We're just adding a few little things that the customer wants, different gear set, passenger mirror, and a bunch of stuff like that.
So this can't turn because the tube slides in a hole, right?
Sit under here. And I got the faceplate to cover that. So I don't have to worry about that. Because apparently these arms kick this way, which interferes with the radio. So this is all I was thinking. But I was hoping that this would have been wide enough I could just skirt right into that.
Better do is just take things away. Lower the hood.
Sweet little dipstick tube is quite a pain in the butt.
When you get in and out.
Well, yeah, and trying to get any sort of fluid in there. Let's see what kind of mess we can make here now. Oh, yeah. Oh, just tidying up some exhaust and little tranny work and trying to fast forward so the customer can have their truck for the weekend. I think that's the plan. So, you know, it's you know, we're down to the 11th hour and it's all good. I work well under pressure. And yeah, hopefully we can get it out and they can take it and drive it. And sure don't want this to all be for naught. Yeah, I just got to lower it down, throw some tranny fluid in it, and then just let it run and verify some levels. Quick scoot around the block, which is the perk of the job. Do, do, do. Houston, we have a problem.
So it was bent.
It was bent on purpose. And when I was putting the fan in, I just kind of give her a little tug to straighten it out a bit. But even with that, because now when I was putting everything back together, I spaced the condenser out off so it wasn't touching the fan. There isn't a hope or a prayer at that. Because it's got to go down in between the condenser and the grill, right? So you can get your fingers in there to hit the release. There's maybe that much room. So it was done intentionally.
Intentionally, so.
To make room to straighten it. It may actually come back the other way, but to make room for the bigger motor. But this whole assembly has to fit down in there.
Now you know why it was bent?
Now I know why it was bent.
Something is going between here,
This,
or just
the latch assembly here.
Yeah.
So this has to fold under.
I'll watch this
Yeah.
side.
Yep. But that latch and that assembly has to fit
Between there.
between the condenser and the grill. And that's why it was pushed back to make that room.
And what do we need extra? What do you think? Because you could put longer bolts here.
Right. Well, that's
Move the rad.
Yeah, move the rad back a little bit. Put some washers between
Yeah, and
the
that's
header and
that's
get
going to chip it
back.
away already.
Right.
Actually, even you never know that even tipping the top inward, because it is crooked here, and you're just going to level it off
Yeah.
anyway. But anyway, I'll let. Yep.
Yep.
And the fan was a little heavier, a little meatier, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
The blade design and like this housing here was thicker, and then the motor was a tiny bit thicker too. Like overall, it was probably, I don't know, maybe a quarter of an inch thicker.
Quarter of an inch thicker.
Give or take.
Yeah.
you know,
So a quarter of an inch, you're going to get
bar-
easily spacing longer bolts.
Right.
Because you can move this quarter of an inch that way. I know you're at at it, and then you'll still have to straighten it
That's right,
more.
have to push the
Keep
have to
pushing
put
in
the-
as you're spacing.
Put the bend back in the condenser. That was
It'll actually end up straight again,
yeah.
instead of being bent. Yeah, I know. Always a nightmare.
This is a 55 C10. Typically wouldn't have all the gizmos and gadgets that it currently does, like a 502 big block. Normally they'd be like a 235 or a 250 inline 6 single barrel, putting out roughly 140, 150 horsepower. Nothing compared to what it is now. Definitely wouldn't have air conditioning. But it brings me back to the good old days when I used to steal my dad's truck. The last one that I managed to get my hands on before he got rid of it was a 70 GMC. Pretty good get up and go, much like this one does. A little more lag room though.